What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Eamon and this is the page where I keep it 100% real about everything e-commerce and where I document my journey as a young entrepreneur trying to make it to the top. Now, if you've been following my videos recently, you definitely have seen the growth my channel has seen. You've also been able to witness my journey on TikTok Shop and the growth I've had on that platform. So in honor of it being the end of the year, I thought, hey, why not take a look back, take a step back and tell you guys about all of the lessons I've learned this year as a young entrepreneur. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So the biggest lesson I would say I learned this year is to never take too long to start a business or a new venture. Now, I look all the time around me at friends, at coworkers, and they're always, after hearing about my business, they always tell me, whoa, I actually have a really good idea for a business to sell fucking ice cream. I don't know, every time it's something new. However, the main thing I notice among all of these people all the time is that they always have had these ideas for months, weeks, sometimes even years, yet they never acted on them. So if there's one thing I can tell you guys, right when you get an idea, immediately act on it, or act on it as soon as possible. Now, a lot of the time we like to sit back, take weeks, months to strategize, to come up with a marketing plan, to come out with a logistics plan. I'm here to tell you guys that does not matter at all, because guess what? Like Mike Tyson said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the face. And business is not going to punch you in the face once, not twice. It is going to continuously punch you in the face every single day. And if you sit there and may take weeks and months to write up your plan, you're going to be ripping up those plans every single day, and you're not going to find yourself accomplishing anything. Now, I'm not saying just whatever random idea you get in your head, just start it out. But I would say to never take longer than a week, at most 2 weeks, to plan out what you want to do. I'll give you guys my example. I started TikTok Shop a little bit over 90 days ago. And if you go back and look at my videos, I posted a video titled Day Zero of my TikTok Shop journey. I actually think I might have had 1 or 2 of those Day Zeros. Now, those Day Zero videos came about 1 or 2 days after I had the idea of pursuing TikTok Shop. It was a brand new platform, but I still was going to sit back and say, hey, let me wait a couple of months, see how the platform works out for other people, wait until people post about it on YouTube, let me make a marketing plan, this plan. I didn't do any of that. And the way I was able to move so fast allowed me to take advantage of such a huge opportunity. Like I told you guys, over these last 90 days, or a bit over 90 days now, I've had a lot of success on that platform. I'll put up a screenshot of the amount of orders we've done so far. I think we're close to 1,800 or a bit over 1,800. And the main thing that allowed me to achieve that is moving with speed and moving without creating a very long-term plan. All I needed to do was take the first step, and I knew that. I recognized, hey, let me just start out with what I have a bit of experience with, which is print on demand. Let me take the first step, and then the next steps just revealed themselves to me with time. So for you guys, whatever plan you have, I know you've had so many business ideas and so many plans you think of late night. Pick one of those and start it within the next week or 2. That is my challenge for you guys. Number 2, and this might be a bit unconventional for someone on YouTube to say, or maybe even a bit controversial, but I really learned the value of working a 9-to-5 and having a college education. I know you're probably taking a step back like, whoa, a YouTuber actually mentioned the importance of having a college education, working in 9-to-5. Yes, I absolutely did. Because if it wasn't for my 9-to-5, which I got through, getting a college degree, I would not been able to start my own business. And I'll tell you guys why. With TikTok Shop, I was required to have a certain amount saved up to fulfill orders, because TikTok doesn't pay you immediately. They actually pay you when you first start out 14 days after your item gets delivered. So throughout my first week or 2 on the platform, I didn't get any of those payouts until a month later, and I had to front a couple of $1,000s just to get everything fulfilled. Now, I knew the revenue was going to come in, but I wasn't going to get it in time to fulfill all the orders. Now, I look back and I think about that. I'm like, wait, if I didn't have a job that was giving me consistent and steady income every single week, if I didn't have money saved up, which I got to save up through that job, how am I going to be able to fulfill these orders? And I really learned the value of the age-old adage of you need money to make money. Now, a lot of these gurus on YouTube, And all of these influencers are going to tell you, hey, you actually don't need to go to university. University's stupid. Now, the education system does have a lot of things wrong with it. But at the end of the day, at the end of that video, they're always going to tell you, hey, buy my course instead. Now, you guys have free will. You can do whatever you want. But you need to realize I have nothing to gain from telling you to go to university and to get a 9 to 5, besides wanting you to do the best for yourself. The reason for that is I'm not affiliated with any university. I don't get commission from universities. It literally benefits me in zero way for me to tell you guys to go down the traditional route, because I can just sell you my ebook or my course and make money off of you. But I don't really have a need to do that. So having a job is going to allow you to have the income to start your own business. Now, no matter what business it is, I'm not saying you need hundreds of thousands or even tens of thousands to start a business, but you do need a comfortable income that A, is going to allow you to pay your bills and take care of yourself so that you don't have to work a second job. And then you can use this time to start your business, or B, you can use the income from your job, live very much below your means, and use that as a way to invest into your own business and to invest into yourself. Now, I want to end this with a real life example and some real life statistics. I don't believe in all the fairy tales and the 1 in a million stories that YouTubers will tell you about. Oh, I know this one millionaire who actually dropped out of high school, all that bullshit. The reality is the majority of millionaires went to college. I'm going to put up the statistics somewhere here on the screen. The other thing that I want to reference is my very own experience. Now, my high school graduating class had about 700 to 800 people in it. The majority of the people, not the majority, almost all the people that ended up not going to university and instead went the route of working a minimum wage job to kind of just make money, and they thought college was a scam, whatever. Most of them are sadly enough still working those minimum wage jobs. They're still fighting to get $18 an hour, $19 an hour. Now, how are you going to be able to sustain yourself to have a livable income making $18 an hour and then also start a business? You're not going to. You're going to have to get a second job just to live. Out of this graduating class, only one person who didn't go to college and started a business is actually still in that business. 1 out of 800. There was actually another one, but the business was handed down to him from his father, who had a very successful business, and he was able to manage it, and he didn't need to go to college. That's 1 in 800 people. The rest, everyone who went to college now has a very comfortable job. Now they have the disposable income to start a business, and the rest are struggling working minimum wage jobs. So you have the statistics right there in front of you. You have the real life experience, and you can do both. Don't listen to what they tell you. I went to college, I got a 9 to 5, and I'm now an entrepreneur. And the only way I was able to become an entrepreneur and start my online business is through having that income that comes in every 2 weeks that allows me to invest back into that, invest back into YouTube, and grow everything as a whole. And last but not least, I want to leave you guys with this lesson right here that I'm sure is going to help you on your own journey. You need to realize, or as I've realized this year, that business ebbs and flows. It has a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And it's very important for you to not get too high and for you to not get too low on yourself. I'll give you guys an example. So last month, I had a day where I had a TikTok video go really viral. As I told you guys, I do TikTok shop. So a lot of my revenue, a lot of my orders come through that platform. The video got 1.3, might be at 1.4 million views now, but nonetheless, on that day where it got a lot of the views, I got 100 orders. That same day, boom, 100 orders. The next day I got about 80 orders. The next day 60, the next day 40, all from that one video. And then I was at a stage of consistently getting, for a couple of weeks, every single day, at least 20 orders. And I was at this really big high, and I was I was over the moon. I was like, that's it, I made it. The business is gonna stay consistent now and be getting these 20 orders a day. I'm gonna kick back and chill. A few weeks later, TikTok removes me from the affiliate program. Now, without getting into too much detail, being removed from the affiliate program completely tanked both my traffic and my revenue. Now I had all those affiliate videos that were getting me orders, that were getting my products views. I didn't have access to any of that anymore because they removed them all. So I went from having a base of at least 20 orders every single day to sinking down to struggling to barely getting 4, 5, 6 orders a day. Now, when I reached this really low, I realized, and I looked back, like, this is just how business is. The other day I was on top of the world. Now I'm 6 feet under, struggling to barely get any orders. And I reacted relatively quickly. I didn't get too down on myself. And I knew that, hey, I'm just going to stay consistent at it. I'm going to stay working on it every single day. And I'm going to get back to those same heights that I was at previously. And this is the nature of business. Now, what I want you guys to take from that is you need to stay consistent every single day, no matter the high that you're going through and no matter the low. Business is cyclical. I know I've said it like 6 times, but business is cyclical, which means you're going to have really good periods and you're going to have really low periods. Now, the people that make it through all of this are the ones who ride that wave up, but then on the wave down, they're not down on themselves. They're not saying, oh, I'm just gonna quit. They're not saying, oh, this shit doesn't work anymore, I'm just gonna give up on it. They're strategizing for how they can catch that next wave to take them up. And then how do you do that? By staying consistent every single day. At the end of the day, the most consistent person is always going to win. And I demonstrated that to you guys both here on YouTube, and if you were able to follow my TikTok shop journey. On day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I was rock bottom. I was barely getting any visitors to my shop. And the proof is right there for you. You can go back and watch those videos and see it in real time. The only way I was able to make it and to get to those highs, and this is what really helped me, because I just looked back and I said, hey, I started out with 0. Even if I get back down to 0, I saw myself make it all the way up. And if I stay consistent, I'll make it all the way up again. And that's the message I want to leave you guys with. I'm sure a lot of you who are watching my page are young people, young entrepreneurs, trying to get things up and running. And I want you to know that if you believe in yourself and if you work on whatever it is every single day and you never let go, eventually you're going to make it. Now, it's not going to be in 3 months after you watch or buy that guru's course. It's not going to be in 6 months after you sign up for Hustlers University. It might take 2 years, it might take 3 years, it might take 4 years. But at the end of the day, if you showed up every day, you're going to have gained so much experience that is going to put you ahead of the majority of your competition. We're all going to make it, guys. And with that being said, I want to wrap up the year on this high note. I want you, if you have a business idea, to go and start it tomorrow. Fuck it, start it tomorrow. Tomorrow, wake up in the morning and take the first step. You know, obviously, if you need to bring in orders, if you need to bring in samples, that might take a bit, but order the samples tomorrow. Let's get started. Let's make 2024 our biggest year. Yeah, I'm going to be right there with you guys. I want to make it my biggest year. I got huge goals for this channel. I want to see it hit 10K. I want to see it hit 100,000 subscribers. And I know I'm going to get there eventually because I'm going to show up more than all my other competitors. It's that simple. I believe in you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you take these lessons and you apply them in your own life and in your own journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, drop a comment down below. If you would like to book some one-on time with me, you will find my Calendly link down below. And below that is my course. No, I'm just kidding. There's no course. There's just a Calendly. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.